My girlfriend spent $9,200 of my savings on a girl's trip. She said, if you loved me, you'd support me. I locked the account, and she came home to nothing. She texted me a photo from the plane. Her and 3 friends in matching silk pajamas holding champagne flutes. The caption said, best trip ever babe, love you with a heart. I was sitting in my living room staring at my laptop screen showing my savings account balance at $743. It was supposed to be at $10,000. I'd been saving for 2 years to put a down payment on a house. I called the bank first. They confirmed the withdrawals. 4 separate transfers over 10 days. $2,800, $3,200, $1,900, $1,300. All approved with my account password. The password I stupidly told her 6 months ago when she needed to transfer me rent money and I was in a meeting. When I confronted her over text, she said, we'll talk when I get home. Then an hour later, you're being dramatic. It's our money. We live together. We'd been living together for 8 months. She paid $600 of the $1,850 rent. I paid everything else. Utilities, groceries, internet, her car insurance after she said she was between jobs in March. Her job at the salon paid mostly cash and she was saving up but somehow never had money for anything. I texted back, you stole from me. She called me immediately, screaming. How dare you call me a thief? I'm your girlfriend. If you loved me, you'd support me. Jenna's boyfriend paid for her whole trip, and Ashley's fiancé gave her his credit card. You make me feel like shit for wanting one nice thing. I hung up. Then I called a locksmith. My buddy Derek came over while I waited. He's the one who told me to check my account in the first place. He saw her Instagram stories from Bali. Private villa, infinity pool, spa treatments, boat trip. He said, dude, how much did that cost you? I didn't even know she went to Bali. She told me she was going to Miami. Derek helped me pack her stuff. Clothes, makeup, hair tools, the Dyson Airwrap I bought her for her birthday. We put everything in garbage bags and stacked them in the garage. The locksmith charged me $320 for new locks and deadbolts. Money I didn't have because my savings was gone. She came home at 11 p.m. I heard her trying her key. Then banging on the door. Baby. The key isn't working. Baby. I opened the door with the chain lock on. Her face was tan, her hair was lighter, she had a new designer bag on her shoulder. She smiled. Hey babe. The lock is broken. It's not broken, I said. Your stuff is in the garage. Her smile disappeared. What? You stole $9,000 from me. We're done. Your stuff is in the garage, you need to leave. I didn't steal. We're together. That's what couples do. They share money. You didn't ask me. You just took it. Because I knew you'd say no. You're so fucking cheap. You wouldn't even come with me on the trip. You told me it was a girl's trip to Miami and I couldn't come. And it was Bali. You lied. She started crying. Real tears, makeup running. I wanted to surprise you with nice photos. I was going to tell you. And it wasn't even that expensive, we got a deal. $9,000. We can pay it back. I'll get more hours at work. We'll save together. You don't have hours at work. You quit in April. Her face froze. She quit crying. How did you? Your boss called here looking for you 3 weeks ago. I told her you were at work. She said you stopped showing up in April. Silence. So where the fuck have you been going? I asked. More silence. Then, that's none of your business. You're not my father. Get your shit and leave. She tried pushing the door. I held it. She screamed, you can't kick me out. I live here. This is illegal. Your name isn't on the lease. You're not a tenant. You're a guest who overstayed. I'll call the cops. Go ahead. She stared at me. Then she pulled out her phone and actually called. I waited. When the dispatcher answered, I heard her say my boyfriend locked me out of our apartment and won't let me get my things. The cops showed up 20 minutes later. 2 of them. I showed them the lease with only my name. Showed them my bank statements with the transfers. Explained she had no legal right to the apartment. She told them I was financially abusing her and trapping her. That we had an agreement she could use my money. The older cop looked tired. He asked me, is her property inside? In the garage, I said. She can take it right now. They supervised while she loaded her car. She was crying again, telling them I was ruining her life, that she had nowhere to go. One cop asked if she had family or friends. She said her parents lived 2 hours away. He said, then I suggest you call them. She looked at me one last time before getting in her car. You're going to regret this. I gave you 2 years of my life. 8 months, I corrected. Fuck you. She peeled out of the parking lot. The cops asked if I wanted to file a report for the theft. I said yes. They gave me a case number and told me I could pursue it in small claims court, but realistically I probably wouldn't see that money again. She'd have to have assets to take, and if she was living off my money she probably didn't. That was 4 days ago. She's been texting me from different numbers. First apologizing, then threatening, then apologizing again. Her friends have been messaging me calling me abusive and controlling. Apparently I manipulated her into thinking we had a future and then destroyed her financially by taking away her home. Her mom called me yesterday. She was nicer. She said her daughter has always been impulsive with money and she's working on it in therapy. She asked if we could work it out. I said no. My own friends are split. Derek says I did the right thing. My coworker Josh says I should have just asked her to pay me back instead of going nuclear. That kicking her out was too harsh and now she's probably traumatized. I'm sitting here in my apartment with new locks and $743 in my bank account and I honestly don't know anymore. She's been posting on social media about how I abandoned her when she needed me most. People are commenting that I'm heartless. Maybe I should have handled it differently. Maybe I should have given her a chance to explain before changing the locks. Am I a butthole? The police called me 3 days after I filed the report. They found her. She was staying at some guy's apartment 40 minutes across town. A guy named Tyler she met through friends 2 months ago. The officer said when they showed up to question her about the theft, Tyler answered the door shirtless and she was in his kitchen making breakfast. Wearing one of his t-shirts. I sat there on the phone just staring at my wall. The cop kept talking but I couldn't hear anything except this ringing sound in my ears. 2 months ago was July. July was when she started working late at the salon. Except she quit the salon in April. Sir? Are you still there? Yeah, I said. I'm here. He told me she denied taking the money without permission. Said we had a verbal agreement that she could use my accounts for emergencies. The trip to Bali was an emergency apparently because her mental health was suffering and her therapist recommended it. She didn't have a therapist. I would have known. I paid for everything else. The cop said it's a civil matter now. They can't press criminal charges because we lived together and she had access to the account. I'd have to take her to small claims court. He gave me the case number again and hung up. I told Derek that night. We were at his place drinking beers and he just laughed. Not a funny laugh. The kind of laugh that sounds like glass breaking. Bro, he said. I tried to tell you in June. Tell me what? I saw her car at the Nest. That sports bar on Hamilton. It was 11 on a Tuesday and she told you she was closing the salon, right? I didn't remember. Maybe. Probably. I didn't go in, Derek continued. Didn't want to start shit if it was nothing. But now. I drove to Tyler's apartment that night. I don't know why. Maybe I wanted to see him. See what $9,000 bought her. It was a shitty complex with exterior stairs and a broken gate. His truck was in the spot. Black Dodge Ram with a tap-out sticker on the back window. I sat in my car for 20 minutes trying to decide if I should knock. Then she came out. Just walked right out of his door carrying a garbage bag to the dumpster. She was wearing gray sweatpants and a tank top. Her hair was in a messy bun. She looked comfortable. Like she lived there. She saw me. Stopped walking. We stared at each other across the parking lot. I got out of my car. How long? You need to leave, she said. Her voice was shaking but she was trying to sound tough. How fucking long? A door opened upstairs. Tyler came out. Big dude. Probably 6'2", arms covered in tattoos. He jogged down the stairs and put himself between us. We got a problem? He asked me. Did you know she had a boyfriend? He looked at her. She was crying now, shaking her head. Baby, he's lying. We broke up months ago. He's been stalking me. That's bullshit, I said. We lived together until 5 days ago. She stole $9,000 from my savings and spent it on a trip to Bali with her friends. Tyler's face changed. He looked at her again. You said your ex gave you that money. For the Bali trip. You said it was guilt money from the breakup. She was full on sobbing. He's twisting everything. He's abusive. He controlled all my money and wouldn't let me work. You quit your job in April, I said to Tyler. I didn't even know until her boss called my apartment looking for her. Baby, please, she grabbed Tyler's arm. Please don't listen to him. He's trying to ruin this. He can't handle that I moved on. Tyler pulled his arm away. Go inside. What? Go. Inside. She looked between us, mascara running down her face, then ran back up the stairs. The door slammed. Tyler crossed his arms. He looked tired. She told me you guys broke up in May. Said you were engaged and you cheated on her with a coworker. Said you kicked her out with nothing. I kicked her out 6 days ago after she stole my savings. We were never engaged. And I've never cheated on anyone in my life. He nodded slowly. She's been staying here since July. Said she couldn't afford her own place because you destroyed her credit. She doesn't have credit. She's never had a credit card in her life because she can't qualify. We stood there in the parking lot. Some kids rode by on bikes. A dog barked somewhere. She pregnant? Tyler asked. My stomach dropped. What? She's been sick in the mornings. Won't drink. I thought. Fuck. He rubbed his face. Is she pregnant? I don't know, man. We used protection but. I stopped. Wait, are you asking if it's yours or mine? She said she couldn't have kids. Medical thing. That's why we didn't bother with condoms. Jesus Christ. You should get tested, I said. For everything. He looked at me for a long moment. Then he turned and walked back upstairs. I heard yelling. Her screaming, him yelling back. Something crashed. I got in my car and left. She texted me an hour later from Tyler's phone. You ruined my life. I hope you're happy. I have nothing now because of you. I blocked the number. Yesterday my landlord called. She tried to add herself to my lease. Showed up at the rental office with some fake document saying we were common law married and she had legal right to the apartment. The landlord laughed her out of the building and called to warn me she might try something else. My bank called this morning. Someone tried to reset my password using my email. They flagged it as suspicious and locked everything down. I had to go in person with my ID to unlock it. They suggested I freeze my credit. I did. And I filed for a restraining order this afternoon. Not because I'm scared of her. Because I'm tired. The lawyer said I have enough evidence. The theft, the harassment from multiple numbers, showing up at my address, the lease fraud attempt, the bank account thing. He thinks a judge will grant it. Derek says I should post the receipts. Screenshot everything and blast her on social media since she's been telling everyone I'm abusive. But I don't know. That feels messy. Maybe I just want this over. My savings is still gone. The lawyer said small claims court could work but collections is nearly impossible. She has no job, no assets, probably no money. I'd win and never see a dollar. So I'm out $9,000. My girlfriend of 8 months was cheating the entire summer, and she's apparently telling people I'm a stalker who ruined her life. My coworker Josh still thinks I should have just talked to her. That all of this could have been avoided with communication. I'm starting to wonder if he's right. If I just made everything worse by reacting instead of trying to work it out. Maybe I am the asshole here. The restraining order got approved yesterday. Temporary for now, but the judge said it'll likely become permanent after the hearing next month. She violated it 6 hours later. I was at work when my phone started blowing up. Texts from numbers I didn't recognize, all screenshots of her Instagram story. She posted a picture of the restraining order with my full name visible and wrote, "This is what happens when you defend yourself against an abuser. He's trying to silence me legally because I know the truth about what he did." My boss called me into her office. Someone sent the post to our company's HR email claiming I was a danger to women and shouldn't be around female employees. My boss has known me for 4 years. She didn't believe it but said HR needed to investigate per policy. I'm on paid leave until they sort it out. I called my lawyer. He said posting the restraining order online is a violation and the Instagram post could be considered harassment. He's filing contempt charges. I sent him every screenshot. Then my mom called. She was crying. Someone sent her the Instagram post. My 70-year-old mother was sobbing asking me if I hurt anyone, if the police were involved, if I was safe. I had to explain the whole situation while she kept saying, "But you're such a good boy, you wouldn't do this." That broke something in me. I'm 31 years old and my mother is crying because my ex-girlfriend is telling the internet I'm a monster. I posted my own statement. Just the facts. Didn't name her. Said someone I was in a relationship with stole a significant amount of money from my savings, that I ended the relationship and filed a police report, and that I'm now being harassed online with false accusations. I attached the police report with her name redacted and the bank statements showing the transfers. Her friends came after me immediately. Called me a narcissist for playing victim and said sharing financial documents was revenge porn. Revenge porn. Bank statements. But other people started commenting too. People I didn't know. A girl who went to high school with my ex said she pulled the same thing with her boyfriend junior year. Stole his debit card and maxed it out at the mall, then told everyone he was abusive when he broke up with her. Someone else said she owed them $300 from 2 years ago and never paid it back. Then Tyler commented. Just wrote, "She lied to me too. I'm sorry, man." She deleted her Instagram an hour later. But people had already screenshot everything. My landlord called this morning. She showed up at the rental office again, this time with some guy claiming to be a lawyer. Tried to argue she had tenant rights because she lived there for 8 months. The landlord told them she was never on the lease, never paid rent, and there's now a restraining order. The fake lawyer left immediately. She stayed and screamed in the parking lot until the landlord threatened to call the cops. I haven't left my apartment in 2 days. I'm afraid I'll run into her somewhere and she'll claim I violated the restraining order. My lawyer said that's smart. Stay home, stay visible on cameras if I do go out, don't engage with anything she posts. Derek brought me groceries yesterday. He said people at his gym were talking about it because someone shared her post in a local Facebook group. Random strangers have opinions about my life now. Most think she's lying but some are defending her saying I'm weaponizing the legal system against a vulnerable woman. A vulnerable woman who stole $9,000 and is currently staying with the guy she cheated on me with. That guy. Tyler. She went back to him after he kicked her out. He told me through a mutual friend that she showed up crying saying I'd brainwashed everyone against her and she had nowhere to go. He let her sleep on his couch because he felt bad. I don't understand men sometimes. My hearing for the permanent restraining order is in 3 weeks. My lawyer says the Instagram violation strengthens my case significantly. He also said I should prepare for her to bring witnesses who will say I was controlling or abusive. She's probably coaching people right now. Josh from work texted me. Said he heard about HR and feels terrible. That he didn't realize how serious it was and he's sorry for saying I overreacted. That if someone stole from him and lied about him publicly he'd probably be in jail for what he'd do. I don't want to do anything. I just want my money back and my life back and to never hear her name again. But I check her tagged photos obsessively. She made a new Instagram account, private this time. Her friends are posting about believing survivors and how abusers use the legal system to maintain control. There's a whole narrative now. I'm the villain in a story I didn't write. My mom wants me to come stay with her. She lives 4 hours away in the town I grew up in. Says I can work remotely and just hide until this blows over. But I shouldn't have to hide. I didn't do anything wrong. The cops called yesterday about the case. They spoke to Tyler. He confirmed she was living with him since July and that she told him we broke up in May. They have record of her lying to law enforcement now. The officer said it helps my theft case, but ultimately it's still civil. I'd have to sue her and win and then somehow collect. I logged into my savings account again this morning. Still $743. I was going to buy a house. I was going to propose eventually, maybe next year. I had a whole plan. And now I'm on leave from work, hiding in my apartment, watching strangers on the internet debate whether I'm an abuser. My lawyer bills are already at $1,800. The locksmith was $320. I had to pay a filing fee for the restraining order. I'm spending what's left of my savings to protect myself from someone who already took everything. People keep asking me if I'm okay. I don't know how to answer that. Am I okay? I have food and shelter and a job I'll probably get back. But I feel insane. Like I'm living in an alternate reality where stealing is fine but stopping a thief makes you a criminal. She messaged my sister last night. I don't know how she got her number. Told her I was dangerous and that she's fearing for her safety but still loves me and wants to work things out. My sister blocked her and called me furious. She wants to drive down here and handle it, but I told her to stay away. This is messy enough. The hearing is December 20th. 3 weeks. My lawyer says to prepare for her to cry, to bring people who'll lie for her, to play the victim as hard as possible. He says judges see through it usually, but there's always a risk. So I wait. And I watch my phone. And I wonder if I actually did overreact somehow, if there was a better way to handle this that wouldn't have exploded my entire life. If I'd just asked her to pay me back like Josh said, would I still have a job and a normal existence? But she was cheating. And lying. And stealing. And now lying about me. So no, probably not. HR cleared me today. Took them 2 weeks, but they finally confirmed the Instagram posts were defamatory and I'm not a threat to anyone. I go back to work Monday. I should feel relieved. I just feel numb. The permanent restraining order hearing is in 4 days. My lawyer's been prepping me. He says she's bringing 3 witnesses. Her mom, one of her friends from the Bali trip, and Tyler. Tyler's testifying for her. After everything. After she lied to him, cheated on both of us, stole from me. He's going to stand in court and say I'm dangerous. My lawyer got the witness list yesterday and I called Tyler immediately. Blocked number, didn't care. He answered on the second ring. Why are you doing this? I asked. Silence. Then, she's pregnant. My entire body went cold. What? She's 12 weeks. She took a test last week. It's mine, the timing lines up. She's got nobody else and I'm not letting my kid grow up watching their mom get harassed by her ex. I'm not harassing her. She posted my restraining order online and lied about me to everyone I know. She stole $9,000. She said you're twisting that. That it was shared money and you're weaponizing it. We weren't married. We didn't have shared anything. She used my password and stole from my savings account while fucking you. He was quiet for a long time. Look man, I don't know what's true anymore. But she's having my kid and she's scared of you. So I'm going to court. She's not scared of me. She violated the restraining order 6 hours after it was issued. Because she's desperate. You took her home. It was my apartment. My name on the lease. She was never a tenant. Whatever. I'll see you in court. He hung up. I told my lawyer. He said it's fine, actually helps us. Tyler's going to testify she's been living with him, which proves she wasn't dependent on me and had somewhere to go when I ended things. The pregnancy might make her sympathetic, but it also shows she moved on immediately and has support. My sister drove down yesterday. Took the day off work and just showed up at my door with Chinese food and beer. We sat on my couch and she asked me to walk her through everything again. Every detail. When I finished she was quiet. You know this is insane, right? She finally said. Yeah. Like, clinically insane behavior from her. I know. And you're the one having to defend yourself. I didn't say anything. Just drank my beer. She stayed the night. Slept on my couch. This morning she made me breakfast and told me I looked like hell. I haven't been sleeping. Every time I close my eyes I think about court, about sitting across from her while she cries and plays victim, about Tyler holding her hand. My lawyer sent me her witness statements yesterday. Her mom says I was controlling about money and isolated her from friends and family. That I made her feel trapped and scared. Her friend says I threatened her at Tyler's apartment and that she witnessed me screaming at my ex in the parking lot. Complete fabrication. Tyler's statement says I showed up at his home uninvited and confronted him aggressively, that I seemed unstable and obsessed. None of it's true, but it doesn't matter. It's her word and 3 witnesses against mine. My lawyer says we have the evidence. The bank statements, the police report, the Instagram violation, Tyler's earlier statement to police that contradicts what he's saying now, the landlord's testimony about the fake lease fraud. He says judges deal with this constantly and can spot lies. But I keep thinking about all the men who lose these cases. Who get restraining orders filed against them by crazy exes. Who lose custody or jobs or reputations because someone lied convincingly enough. Derek came by last night. Brought me a flash drive. Said he's been documenting everything. Screenshots of every post she made, every message her friends sent, every lie she told publicly. He made a timeline with dates and proof. His girlfriend is a paralegal and she helped him organize it. Just in case your lawyer needs more ammo, he said. I asked him why he's doing this. We've been friends since college, but this is beyond friendship. He's spending hours helping me fight a legal battle against someone he barely knows. Because it's fucked up, he said. And because if this was me, I'd want someone in my corner. My mom calls every day. Asks if I'm eating, sleeping, hanging in there. I lie and say yes to all three. She wanted to come to the hearing, but I told her no. I don't want her to see this. Don't want her watching her son get called an abuser in open court. I went to the bank yesterday to check my account. Still $743. Still no movement on the small claims case because you can't serve someone who won't stay at one address long enough to receive papers. My lawyer's investigator has tried Tyler's apartment 3 times. She's never there when they show up. She's dodging service. Probably coaching from Tyler or her mom. If we can't serve her, the small claims case dies and she gets away with $9,000 completely free. I found out yesterday she's been posting from the new private Instagram. Someone showed me screenshots. Pictures of her baby bump with captions about choosing life despite everything and rising above abuse. Her friends commenting hearts and you're so strong and that man doesn't deserve you or this baby. The baby isn't mine. The timeline doesn't work. We always used protection and she was already pregnant when I kicked her out, she just didn't know it yet. But people don't care about timelines. They see a pregnant girl and an angry ex and they pick sides. Josh texted me this morning. Said people at work are asking about me, if I'm okay, what really happened. He's been defending me apparently. Telling people the Instagram posts were lies and I have proof. I thanked him. He said I'm sorry I didn't believe you at first. A lot of people are sorry now. After the damage is done. My lawyer wants to meet tomorrow. Go over my testimony one more time. He keeps telling me to stay calm, don't get emotional, answer questions directly. He says the judge will see through her performance. But what if he doesn't? What if she cries hard enough and Tyler backs her up and her mom sells the story and I lose? Then what? Then I'm a guy with a permanent restraining order on his record. Potential employers will see it. Future girlfriends will Google me and find it. I'll be the abusive ex in her story forever. 4 more days. 96 hours until I sit in a courtroom and watch the person who stole from me try to convince a judge I'm the dangerous one. I keep trying to figure out what I did wrong. Where I made the mistake that led here. Was it giving her my password? Letting her move in? Not checking my bank account sooner? Not seeing who she really was? Derek says I didn't do anything wrong. That some people are just broken and destructive and I got caught in the blast radius. My sister says the same thing. But sitting here alone at 2 a.m. staring at my ceiling, it's hard to believe them. The restraining order was granted. Permanent. 3 years. The judge didn't buy any of it. Not her tears, not her mom's testimony about me being controlling, not her friend's story about the parking lot confrontation. When Tyler took the stand and said I showed up at his apartment aggressively, the judge asked him if he felt threatened enough to call the police. Tyler said no. The judge asked why not. Tyler didn't have an answer. My lawyer presented the bank statements. The police report. The screenshots of her posting my restraining order online 6 hours after it was issued. The landlord's written statement about the fake lease fraud attempt. Her text messages from multiple numbers after I blocked her. The timeline proving she was living with Tyler while still in a relationship with me. The judge looked at her and said, "You've demonstrated a pattern of deception, harassment, and financial exploitation. The restraining order is granted for 3 years. You are to have no contact with the petitioner directly or indirectly. That includes social media posts that reference him. Violation will result in criminal contempt charges." She started crying. Real tears this time, not the performance tears from earlier. Her mom put an arm around her. Tyler just sat there staring at the floor. I walked out of that courtroom and sat in my car for 20 minutes. Just sat there. Derek texted asking how it went. I couldn't respond. My hands were shaking. The small claims hearing was 2 weeks later. She didn't show up. Default judgment in my favor for $9,200 plus court costs. My lawyer says collecting it is nearly impossible. She has no job, no assets, lives with Tyler who's not legally responsible for her debts. We can garnish wages if she ever gets employed, but that could take years. So I won. And I'm still out $9,000. HR formally closed my case last week. No disciplinary action, full reinstatement, back pay for the 2 weeks I was on leave. My boss apologized again. Said she never doubted me but had to follow protocol. I told her I understood. People at work are weird around me now. Polite but distant. Like I'm contaminated somehow. Josh is the only one who acts normal. He bought me lunch my first day back and said, "For what it's worth, I'm glad you didn't just let it go." Her Instagram account got banned. Someone mass reported it for harassment and posting court documents. She made another one. Private, only 43 followers. I don't look anymore. Tyler's baby is due in May. A mutual acquaintance told me he's trying to get his life together. Got a better job, stopped going out drinking. Apparently being a father is making him grow up. Good for him, I guess. That kid's going to need at least one stable parent. My mom came to visit last weekend. Made me dinner, cleaned my apartment, told me I looked too thin. I've lost about 15 pounds since this started. Wasn't trying to. Just forgot to eat most days. She asked me if I'm dating. I laughed. Who would I date? How would I explain this? Hey, nice to meet you. I have a 3-year restraining order against my ex who stole my savings and told everyone I'm abusive. Real attractive. Derek says I need therapy. He's probably right. I can't sleep without pills now. Every time my phone buzzes I think it's her or someone messaging me about her. I'm constantly waiting for the next thing. The next violation, the next lie, the next attempt to destroy what's left of my life. My lawyer said she could try to appeal the restraining order, but it's unlikely to succeed given the evidence. He said I should prepare for her to test boundaries over the next few months. See what she can get away with. I check my bank account every morning. $743. Been the same number for 2 months now. I'm rebuilding slowly. Put aside $100 this paycheck. Maybe in 2 more years I'll have enough saved again for a down payment. 2 years. That's how long it took me the first time. She destroyed it in 10 days. My sister calls twice a week to check on me. She's worried. Says I sound flat. Empty. I don't know what to tell her. I feel empty. Like something broke inside me that won't heal right. I saw her once after court. Completely by accident. She was at the grocery store with Tyler. I was in the cereal aisle and turned the corner and there she was. Pregnant belly visible under her shirt. Tyler's hand on her lower back. We made eye contact for maybe 2 seconds. I turned around and left my cart in the middle of the aisle. Walked out. Sat in my car trying to breathe. That was 3 weeks ago. I haven't been back to that store. People keep telling me it gets better. That time heals things. That I'll meet someone else and this will just be a bad memory. But right now, sitting here in my apartment with new locks on my doors and a legal document saying she has to stay away from me, it doesn't feel like something time can fix. I keep thinking about that morning she left for Bali. How she kissed me goodbye and said she loved me. How I had no idea she was about to destroy everything. How I trusted her with my password and my home and my life. The worst part isn't the money. It's knowing I was that wrong about someone. That I spent 8 months with a person and never saw who they really were. That I was planning a future with someone who was already planning how to take everything and leave. Derek says I'm not responsible for her choices. That I couldn't have known. That some people are just users and there's no warning signs because they're too good at hiding it. Maybe he's right. But it doesn't make it hurt less. I'm safe now. Legally protected. She can't contact me, can't come near me, can't post about me. If she violates it, she goes to jail. I won. So why does it feel like I lost everything? The judgment sits in my desk drawer. $9,200 she owes me that I'll probably never see. A piece of paper that says I was right and she was wrong. It doesn't buy groceries or pay rent or give me back the 2 years I spent saving. Next month I turn 32. I'll probably spend it alone. No girlfriend, no savings, no house. Just me and my apartment and my new locks and my restraining order. This is what winning looks like, I guess.